to Vegas to give to you shortly. If I can find the friggin' word for it.
I think it's friggin' with G's.
Yeah. These things usually will kind of automatically populate in my thing here.
But it's not.
And so I'm in the break feverishly, because I'm supposed to do this at 5 o'clock. So I'm feverishly trying to find the word that I'm supposed to give you and cross-reference it with the number that is on the actual audio cart. So far, it's not working properly. Yeah.
Well, I hope you find it.
Yeah, I do too, because I gotta give this trip away, and this is really boring to listen to for something so stupid.
I think it's very anticipatory. Like everybody's got like, ooh, is he gonna find it?
Oh yeah,
maybe he will, maybe he won't.
That's our last day here. What do I care?
We still got more days.
I mean,
ahead
I
of us.
still want to give.
We want to give the best show we can, even if it's from a studio that's gonna be ripped to shreds tomorrow. Just torn apart.
Right. Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah?
I'm trying to find a workaround.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I believe you can do it. Just tell them the wrong word. Who cares?
Nope.
Just give everybody a trip. That way.
Oh, I'll take a trip.
Let me see.
I saw
Mary gets 92% of your trip.
it's to Vegas, right? I just saw on TikTok there was like thousands of people in the Vegas airport. It was only posted 18 hours ago. I don't know if that's
usually
recent
there are.
or no, but like at a standstill. Like no one's going anywhere. Every place, like there's nowhere to go because so many flights are canceled that all of the ticket counters are completely full. All the hallways, everything.
Well, our friend Jasmine was supposed to be in town on Friday for the comedy festival that I was in, and they flew around for 2 hours, couldn't land in Vegas, went back to L.A.
Really?
And then she couldn't get a flight because the staffing issues.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour alum Jasmine Carter, you mean?
That's the one.
Oh, man, she's great.
and again, I saw it on TikTok, so it's very clearly
True.
news.
Oh, I just saw it on TikTok, so that
Breaking
means that
news,
it's
probably.
absolutely true.
Honestly.
Tell you what, there are a lot of people hitting me up wanting Mary Santora to represent them
Dude, hit me up,
in
bro.
their. Well, that's what I told them.
Yeah.
Hi, Alan. I'm a 31-year-old pest control technician. I used to play backyard football when I was about 10 or 11, but I'm looking to break into the NFL for a good 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And I want that guarantee because I'm sure that I'm going to get injured pretty badly, so I'd like Mary to write me up a contract with a solid guarantee. So
Absolutely.
have her do that and forward it over to me.
Yeah.
So you already got somebody. That's great.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Those are the type of people I'm looking for. Pest control agents. Anyone who's maybe touched a football at any point in your life. I'll get you a good contract. Now, again, I didn't say that these contracts would be signed by the NFL. I just said I would get you a better contract than you currently have.
I see. You want anyone who's touched a football.
I will find you.
Yeah.
And I will represent you. That's my mission.
She's like the opposite of Tim Misney. Like, I won't make them pay.
No, I won't. I just want to have you on my roster, and we'll work together on it. Don't worry, everything's.
What do you get out of this if they don't?
Customer
Everything's
guarantee.
coming
Yeah.
up. Something.
What do you get out of this by writing up contracts that the NFL won't sign? Teams won't go for these.
Yeah.
And what service do you actually
Yeah.
provide?
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
So you just give people an opportunity
To say-
have a contract.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Hold on. There we go.
Did you resolve all
Yeah.
rotations?
I got it.
Resolve all rotation.
Now I had to put it after the top of the hour because it wasn't day parted for the 4 o'clock hour. That's the boring behind the scenes, right?
Them day parts.
It
Someone
showed
didn't
up in the-
massage
You
your
gotta get
lawn.
the-
It showed up in a different spot.
Sometimes there's hard time.
That's right.
hard
Sometimes
time.
there's hard time,
Yeah.
and sometimes
There's
you've got
soft
to,
time.
yes, you've got to reconcile all these various things.
I'm learning how to massage the logs.
Yep.
That was my least favorite 6 months that I worked here.
Massaging the logs.
Sucked so bad.
When Jason had you in indentured servitude.
He had me doing
He's like,
data
hey, Mary.
entry.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, want to make some more money?
Oh, well, we're not going to give you any.
You did that for free?
I did it as, like, I got more hours out of it for, like, the first 2 months.
Well, then you made more money.
And then corporate was like, hey, you can't work this many hours. So
So you stopped doing the logs.
No. So then I had to find a way to do it during the show. Do you remember? That's why I was always coming back late to breaks
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
bogus. Why would you?
That's why that went on for 4 more months. where he
Why
was
didn't
like,
you say
"Just
I'm
do it."
not doing that?
I tried, and he was like, "Oh, really help me out." He was just like,
And then he left.
And then he
Jason
left.
Carr, and then he left. Hey, they're making me a VP later.
It will really help me get to a higher position in the company if
Yeah,
it looks like I can do all these things.
You know,
I'm
If
going
you
back to
could take-
Florida.
if
Later,
you-
sucker.
If you could take your 7-minute breaks and do 4 hours worth of work, I'd really appreciate that. If you could do
Right.
that.
I originally thought it was like when we were on break, like it would just make up for those hours. Like when we would go on, Alan would take a vacation, or if we were on Christmas break, you would come in here and do those. Because I think I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah, no, that was the original plan, is that they had fired so many people, and he was like, hey, this will get you more hours because you'll be taking on more work. And then corporate caught on to the fact that a part-time
Yeah.
employee was working full-time
Sure.
hours. And
They
they're
don't
like,
play with that
"No,
anymore."
They, do not.
No.
They
They
gotta
never
get out
did.
of there.
They never did. That's why it was on the DL. Guys, there's a reason we fired everybody, okay?
Right.
How do you think I got my job? The internships are gone.
Yeah. The internships. Hey, yes?
I was gonna say, if it helps any, I know my intuition doesn't mean much, but I have a really good feeling about these new studios. I think a lot of things are gonna go really well.
Catches on
He's
That's
fire.
just how I
doing, he's
feel.
doing
Day
shtick.
3, it catches on
No,
fire.
I'm being
He's doing
serious.
shtick. No, you're not.
I am being serious. I told my mom. I said, you know how like
What do you know about anything? You're going to be back in a room. I'm going to be punching you in.
I know, but like just you know how they say the energy shifts when you do like feng shui. That's how I feel about
That's
this.
made up.
Okay, well that's why I said it. That's why I know
Listen.
it doesn't mean much,
Right.
but I'm telling you.
Right. I don't want you comfortable. I want you constantly terrified.
Didn't say comfortable.
By the way, I know you. You lie down and do your podcast. Listen, are you going to have to... Your morning job is still out here.
Correct. I'm leaving an hour early.
He's leaving at 1. He's
This
giving
just
himself
got
1
very
hour.
inconvenient for him. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not going to take him an hour to get from here to downtown. But
He doesn't take the highways.
yes, you do. He's not his mother.
Kidding.
Oh, I don't know anymore.
But
Nothing is too... It's like Trump people. If you tell me something about Poundcake, nothing's too crazy.
I left time.
I'm a Poundcake truther.
I left time available just in case there's like heavy traffic or like a game. So, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm still going to sleep till noon, but I'll be there on time.
How long will it take you to get to work?
It takes me about
Save any
20
time?
minutes. No, it's about the same.
It's same for me.
Yeah.
Just go over instead of down.
It's just, instead of taking 480, I take 71. I
Yeah.
just take a different highway, the same amount of miles.
It'll save Bill some time,
It'll
won't it?
save me, probably about... It'll
Get to
probably-
work in 10 minutes.
10 minutes or so, yeah.
You can start
Depending
walking.
on how bad
take the short way?
traffic is. Yeah.
Walk to work. If it's so close, walk.
Well, with the shore way, you have to go 25 miles per hour anyways.
That'll take him a little
That'll
bit
take a
longer
little
to
bit
walk
longer.
to work.
I might take a scooter one day.
A bird scooter. Only to the Lakewood limit, though, and then it shuts off.
And that's right. Then you
then I
just
got to
throw it
transfer
off
to
them.
another one. Gotta find one that...
Change
yeah.
trains.
Very
I
exciting.
could take the bus.
Get
I
you a little
won't.
bus pass.
Yeah.
Become a bus guy.
I got a parking spot.
You're
I'm
a bus
gonna
people.
use
Come
my-
on.
Use that. Use
Be a
that
bus
parking
people.
spot.
Give me your parking spot and be a bus people.
You have a parking spot.
I don't have a little placard like you do.
No, you don't need that.
Unbelievable.
Here's Paul Stanley driving an RTA bus.
Yes. Okay, that's cool. Next stop, Tower City. You got a lot of nice shops in there. You can even get you some Chinese food at the food court. I'm Paul Stanley driving a bus.
That was Paul Stanley driving an RTA bus.
And that is so out of date, but we love it so much.
I like-
There's no Tower City. There's no food court. There's no...
Hey, Tower City still...
What?
Exists
They don't
in
have
our
a...
heart.
But they don't have anything down there, right?
renovated
There's
it
no
a
food
lot.
court. There's no movie theaters.
There's no movie theater.
Do they
I
still
think
have shops?
I think they have a couple shops, and
They
I think
do?
they have some...
Airbrush T-shirts and a lids.
I mean,
My,
there's some-
my stepsister, well, I guess my ex-stepsister has a store there, but she just moved to Denver, so I don't know if that store's still open.
Well, if she moved to Denver, it's probably not.
Well, I didn't see anything about her. I follow her on Facebook, and I didn't see anything about the store closing. She might be opening up another location in Denver. But
You still follow your ex-in-law.
Yeah,
No, not in-law. He's never been married.
she's a stepsister.
Oh, I'm sorry, stepsister.
So my ex, I have all like my ex.
I was thinking you said
family on there.
sister-in-law, right?
I have 3 ex stepsisters, and then I have their side of the family on my Facebook. I need to have them see me shine, of course.
Wait. You follow them so they'll see what you're doing?
Yeah.
Hey, got this trip figured out, so let's get to it. It's you and a pal in Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Black Keys and Pat Benatar and many, many, many more. Fly you out, put you up, give you $1,000 to put in your pocket. All right? So good luck. Get you to Vegas. Somebody wins every time. Good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Time for your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's FESTIVAL to 200-200. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
So clever with those keywords. Next shot is tomorrow morning, I think. 9 o'clock, 9:30, around there. Oh, hey. We've all watched Storage Wars before.
Oh, yeah.
The
It
show
used to be,
Storage Wars.
Like my go-to hotel show when I was on the road.
It's one of the only shows that
constantly.
It's one of the only shows that they show in English overseas.
Really?
Yeah, we were in various hotel rooms in France and Corsica, and yeah, you could always find Storage Wars in English.
Make Americans look real good over there.
Bro, storage Wars is about to be my life when my mom dies. We're all getting our storage unit, and we'll see what happens to it.
Well, let me hand you a cautionary tale.
I'm ready for it.
This is a family in New Zealand who bid on a storage unit at auction. Like they do it here all the time, right? That's what Storage Wars is. Mm-hmm. They go, hey,
people who don't
sight
pay.
unseen. These are people who didn't pay their monthly. Is it safe to say we've all at one time or another had stuff in storage?
This is when I moved in with my boyfriend was the first time I ever got a storage unit because I had written them off for life because my mom had so many that I was like, I'll never have one. I'll just sell all my stuff. And then I moved in with him and I got a freaking storage unit.
Yeah, my storage unit's getting closed down because it was the office.
His creative workspace.
All the crap he threw. Well, I mean, I had a storage space for many years when I lost my apartment and I was still, I moved in with Gwen, but I wasn't going to, so I got a storage unit. So if you are familiar with it, for people who don't pay their storage unit rent, I don't know how much elapsed time has to...
It's like a year.
Oh, a full year.
Well, I think, and it also depends on what your contract is.
Because they are not screwing around at most of these storage places. If you pay them every 30 days and you go like 31 days, they're like, hey, where's our money?
Mine has
they threaten you with selling your crap and...
Mine has a 1 week grace period. So she says...
Well, that's not a year then.
No, but I'm saying each of them are different. Like she says, if you can't get it to me in the first week, just call me. Because this is one lady who owns the place. She's like, just call me and
well, for these big corporate places,
ain't
no way they're giving you a year. Anyway, so this family goes to a storage unit auction and they bid on one of the units and they win and they take everything home. And some of the things that they bought were a group of suitcases. That they were like, man, who knows what's going to be in these? They were full of dismembered bodies. Now, I don't know how they didn't smell this. You have suitcases full of body parts.
I mean, if that
in
was
a
old
storage
enough where
unit.
It was completely necrotized and
already,
it wasn't even smelly anymore if it was that old.
Like there's no flesh left to be smelly?
Or just like almost like mummified.
It had to be that, because otherwise, you'd open that corrugated metal thing. And, They found the bodies once they got all of the contents of the storage unit several hours away to their home, parked it in the yard, and then the next day started digging in. They called the cops immediately. At least 3 hearses showed up at the residence, and people said they could smell decomposed bodies.
Okay, so it did stink.
So I don't know why the family didn't smell it. Hearses don't show up for bones, right?
No,
I didn't know hearses showed up to collect anything.
Me either. I thought the
that was,
coroner
like,
did.
evidence or
I thought the
something.
hearses were for the
The
funeral.
casket.
I thought they had like other...
Well, this is New Zealand. I think
Transportation, okay.
crikey, they do
I'm
things a
saying.
little differently down here.
How long would it take you to think like, oh, this is actually real dead body? Because I would think, oh, this person does like
Halloween decoration.
exactly. That's immediately where my mind would go to. I'm like, this can't be like a dismembered. This can't be an arm.
I would
or
go
a thigh.
first to dismembered human remains.
That's so nasty, dude.
Who would keep all of their costume fake limbs in suitcases?
Why
well,
would
they
you
don't,
keep
you
a
only
dead
need
bodies
it once
in
a
there?
year.
What do you mean? Why would you keep people put dismembered bodies in suitcases all the time? They usually just drop in the bottom of a lake.
Haven't you ever heard of 8 heads in a duffel bag?
David Spade and Joe Pesci.
I mean, we have like our Christmas decorations in the storage unit, like stuff you only need once a year.
But you don't have them in suitcases.
But my point
That's
is-
something you're trying to obscure. Is what you put maybe you put them in a tub or in a bag or something. If you
We
have
put them in a duffel
dismember-
bag full of rocks and chains,
right?
just in case.
Your Christmas lights.
Our Christmas lights.
In
yes.
case those need to go to the bottom of Lake Erie.
Yes.
The shallowest of the Great Lakes. Not a good plan. Those
It's
things
all
could
right.
come popping right back up.
No, that's what the rocks are for.
That's what I'm saying. They still come popping right back up.
Nah, not these
All right.
Christmas lights.
It's not Lake Mead after all. First of all, we stack the deck in our favor. We buy the heaviest Christmas lights, right? Most people, they'll go online, Wirecutter or something. Hey, what are the best Christmas lights? What are going to last the longest? Mary goes, what are the heaviest Christmas lights?
The big ones from the 80s, the
Yup.
big circle multicolored ones.
That's right.
They're actually made from lead.
I need them to be bright and weigh like, they need to be like individual tiny bowling balls.
Ripping the gutters off my house.
Oh, yeah. We don't use them on the house.
That's why when she goes to throw her tree out at the end of the Christmas season, it's always bent over. The tip of the tree is on the ground because those heavy, heavy lights have been on them. That way, when you have to pack them
Peyronie's
into
disease.
when you have to pack them into a suitcase, you have less to contend with. So now authorities there are trying to identify the victims and trace the owner of the suitcases and the storage unit.
Well, the people who own the storage unit might not own the suitcases.
Yeah, but that's not a good look.
No.
Everybody's got that? Those aren't my suitcases full of dismembered body parts.
Like when
that
someone-
was just my storage unit.
People find drugs in the car, like the cop finds drugs. They're like, oh, it's not my drugs. Like, it's your car. But I didn't put
But
the
they're not
coke
my
there.
drugs.
We found them in the wheel well, sir. Initial reports suggested that the owners of the house, a family with 2 children who just moved in, might have been involved, but the police quickly cleared that up and said that the family had nothing to do with it.
This could end up being a crazy story that leads to a serial killer getting caught, and then we get a new documentary.
Yay, documentary.
We haven't had a good one in a
The
while.
Samsonite
Yeah.
killer.
I'm waiting for that Army Hammer doc. I'm going crazy.
Are you? They said he
You're
got
going
himself a
crazy?
bunch of new tattoos, by the way, in preparation for something, I guess. He's trying to get inside his own head and figure out what he's got to do next.
I just don't know how he just has it all. Beauty brains.
That's why he's bored and he's eating
Rich.
people. People who have it all get bored and they need a new thing, and their
Very
thing is
easily.
human flesh.
Yep.
Shut up, Mary.
You don't even know me.
Why is he lashing out at you?
He's always lashing out at me.
She's
It does, because he thinks my
Because
boyfriend.
you have it all.
He wants to have my
You
boyfriend in my
have it
life.
all.
He wants to be a stepmom, and no one will let him. He's kidding.
Let me watch you poop. I'm just trying to enjoy Army Hammer, and she's just trying to ruin my fantasy. I want the world to be against him. I want him to be
You
depressed
can
and
enjoy Army
misunderstood.
Hammer. No one's stopping you.
She's trying to say it's all his fault.
You'll be the person enjoying Army Hammer.
Dude, if he's eating people, who else's fault would it be?
Do you know what pressure he's under?
Oh, God.
Do you
Not enough
know what
pressure
it's
to
like?
become a cannibal.
What pressure is he under?
I mean, the pressure of being a hammer, like just his whole family, his dynasty. He has a legacy behind him, and he
But
probably
he's
can't
not in
live up to that.
He's not in the family business. He's an actor.
Yeah, he's like, oh, my whole family's in the family business, and I'm just some stupid actor.
That's the pressure?
I should eat someone to make me feel better.
You don't know that he really ate someone. He was probably just fantasizing about eating someone.
You could be 100% correct. The point is,
And plus, those texts were
they
taken
still
out of
can't.
context.
I think the pressure on this guy more is that he goes, I do have it all. Why am I not a huge star?
I should eat somebody.
What did everybody talk about from that movie, Call Me By Your Name or whatever? What is that called? Call Me By Your Name? Everybody talked about Timothy Chalamet. They weren't talking. Army Hammer was the other guy.
Because he was the one getting groomed.
But they weren't talking. But nobody was
The
talking
little
about
perverts.
But nobody was talking about Army Hammer's amazing performance. They were talking about Timothy Chalamet.
Because he wasn't there for his acting.
And they were talking about Michael Stolbart, who is dynamite in everything. Army Hammer was in. God, what was the Gyllenhaal movie he was in? It was a real good movie. It was Amy Adams. It was Jake Gyllenhaal. Nocturnal Animals. He was in that too, and he was barely like. How can a dude this good looking leave no impression on you whatsoever?
Same thing you said about Henry Cavill.
Yes, that's correct. They were both in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's why that movie bombed. And the people in the studio go, "This thing's gonna be a huge hit." Granted, it's a property not that many people remember under the age of 65, but they were like, "We're gonna have Army Hammer. We're gonna have Henry Cavill. These two amazing looking guys." Nobody cared. Because you got these good-looking dudes that leave no impression. I don't
just
get
a
it.
hater.
No, I'm not.
Although I will say,
You look at how these movies did.
it just goes to show you how the gay fan base will just latch onto something, and they don't care how awful it is because there's two white hot gay characters. That it'll automatically be a fan favorite. Because Call Me by Your Name was awful. It was a turd sandwich.
Well, I didn't see it.
And the only
But you definitely sound like you're in the minority of people reviewing that film. Most people thought it was just
I
fantastic.
just watched like the gay scenes. I'm like, okay, that was great.
Were you comparing it to porn?
Wait, you only watched those scenes from an entire movie?
I watched.
So how can you say if the movie's good
No.
if all you're watching is all you want is
I watched as much as I could of that movie. I got into
But you didn't watch the whole movie.
an hour, and I was like, this is so slow. It's so boring. Let me see the good stuff. What's everyone's talking about? And then I went to the gay scenes. I'm like, that's it. Excellent. Okay. And now I'm done.
Yay!
Dude smelling. Can I keep your shirt? Like, all right, keep my shirt.
You would love to have somebody ask you to keep your shirt.
I've had guys keep my shirt.
Well, then what's the problem?
It was no thrill for me. I'm like, okay, he kept his shirt. He's still 17. The dude's like 30.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, Poundcake can't wait for the Army Hammer cannibal documentary, where it's their word against his, quite frankly. It's not like they're interviewing him. They're interviewing women that have, if you'll pardon the pun, an axe to grind.
Yep, and they're jealous.
I've got to take a break. I'll have a digital download of Jurassic World Dominion. Anybody see that? You went to go see that.
Trash.
It's the best movie I've ever seen.
Digital download of a piece of trash called Jurassic World Dominion, says Mary Santora. 92%, just not on Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll get you a download of that on the way back if you haven't seen it or want to relive the action all over again. 35192 and a text for something, and we'll be back.